Hey all, welcome back to Fire and Water Travel. My name is Darren, and today we're going to do a tour of Deshaies in the island of Guadeloupe. Deshaies is one of the smaller ports in that island, but we stopped there on our Silver Sea cruise, and I'm going to take you through it. Hey all, welcome to Fire and Water Travel Services. We specialize in affordable luxury and culinary adventures with all types of travel, including cruises, all-inclusives, and any type of travel that you're looking for. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this channel. Yes, guys, the name of the port is Deshaies, and it's in Guadeloupe, and it's one of the smaller ports on the double island here. And you can see our Silver Sea Silver Ray ship here from the top of the hill. We actually visited the Botanical Garden that's right here, right off the port, not even 10 minutes away from the port here, and it's actually a really good sized botanical garden. And as you're going to see just in a minute here, just how great this was. First thing you walk in, you go through the welcome center, and you got a big koi pond right here with tons of koi in it. But I was really surprised. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was a really good sized botanical garden with just tons of different flowers and trees and all kinds of different plants and all kinds of different animals as well. They had flamingos and birds, and it was really a good, hour and a half or 2 hour walk around, and lots to see and do. I really enjoyed our stay here. When I first booked this trip for the botanical garden, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it would just be a little, maybe a 5-minute, go look at some flowers, but really was a nice change of pace. Lots of different plants, like lots of different species of plants, of course. And like I said, they had these parakeets or lorikeets and all that. It was just really cool to see them. All these different colors, and then they had some flamingos, which you're going to see in a little bit. Hiding behind the leaf. That one lost a lot of feathers.
Come on. You're not gonna land on my arm? No. Come on, buddy.
Like I said, guys, I was really impressed with the amount of different kinds of plants. They had a lot of native plants, a lot of non-native plants, but it was really impressive the amount that they had. And everything was kept really well. Everything was, groomed really well. The walkways were very manageable. If you have any kind of mobility issues, I'm sure you'd be able to navigate these just fine. Lots of different trees. Like I said, this here was I think it's the Joshua tree. I can't really remember, but it's got the big trunk on it. Really it's like I said, lots of different types of plants and trees and bushes and flowers. I was really super impressed. Of course, here's some bird of paradise, but also, like I said, instead of just the lorikeets, they did have some flamingos that we get to see as well. When you're done with your tour, you get to check out the snack shop and the souvenir shop, and this little area here where they have a petting zoo as well. So we had our tour that we did was with a tour company, but the tour guide actually walked you around the whole entire botanical garden as well, explaining to you all the different plants and stuff. So that was part of your tour. They actually guided you around the botanical garden, and like I said, they had a little petting zoo here and all that. So after that, we went to the town of Deshaies and we walked around a little bit. So I'm going to show you just what we can see if you go here to Deshaies. So Deshaies is not the largest port city on Guadeloupe. This is actually one of the smaller ports, so it does have some little shops and stuff right when you get off. But it is, like I said, it's not for the big, huge cruise ships. It's just for the smaller ships. But this is the port area. We got back to it after we did our tour, and really just walking around here. They had a few of the shops were open, some of them were not. This was during the week, so a lot of they weren't expecting a lot of cruise traffic. If you're familiar with the show Death in Paradise on the BBC channel, this is where it's filmed. So they did one of the tours was actually showing all the places that they filmed Death in Paradise. They did have some little shops with some local knickknacks and things like that right at the port area. But we actually walked down to the main street of Deshaies, which is not very big, and it did have some little restaurants and shops and things like that around. So as you can tell, there's some art on the walls on the walls here, walking down the main street of Deshaies. And like I said, it was very laid back. There was some traffic in the middle of the day, but really just little shops, little restaurants along the main street here in Deshaies, and didn't feel scared at all being there. Everything was clean and just a little quaint little downtown. Very clean. Everything is in French because this is a French territory, of course. But little souvenir shops that have some of the local made stuff and some non-local made stuff, but little bars as well that you could check out. Of course, they had this nice little church here right off the main street, but was really impressed with it. You're not going to spend a whole lot of time here, but maybe about 45 minutes to an hour just walking around, checking out the different buildings and the sites here. Nothing really too time consuming to see unless you got a meal here. But some of the restaurants were open, some of them weren't. Of course, just like a lot of the islands, you have chickens running around free. And then we didn't see any donkeys here, but usually you'll have some other kind of wildlife running around. But everything was very pretty. We had a gorgeous day, of course. Like I said, this is a French territory, so a lot of the signs are all in French. This was, like I said, a very laid-back type of day because that's what it was here in Deshaies. Of course, you can see the locals here hanging out at the beach and the little bar right behind them there. But check it out, guys. If you go to Deshaies, check out the Botanical Garden and just take a walk downtown. But we were really happy with it. So thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Check out fireandwatertravel.com for all your travel needs. I'll see you on the next Fire and Water Travel video.